Today we are learning how to add and subtract decimals, which should be a review. There is one very important step, that is when you are making your horizontal problems into vertical problems. To add them, you need to line up the decimal points. That's very important. Okay, and then if you'll see, they have 4.55 plus 11.3. 0. This didn't have a 0 up there, but because the 4.55 went out to the hundredths place, we want to make the 11.3 also go out to the hundredths place. So we put a 0 as a placeholder, so it does go out to that hundredths place because it doesn't change the value. And then we add just like normal. We have 5 plus 0 is 5, 5 plus 3 is 8. Bring the decimal down, 4 plus 1 is 5, and a 1. So we get 15.85. The next problem says to estimate, just on this it says to estimate, to see if we got a reasonable answer. Okay, 4.55, when we round that to the nearest whole number, is 5. 11.3, when we round that to the nearest whole number, is 3. This 5 makes the 4 go up to a 5. This 3 makes the 11 stay at 11. So 5 plus 11 is 16. So 15.85 is a reasonable answer because it's very close to 16. On B, we have two negative numbers. So because we have two negative numbers, we're going to take the absolute value of both, correct? So we're going to think 8.33, because that's the absolute value of negative 8.33, plus 10.972, because that is the absolute value of negative 10.972. Then we're going to line the decimal points up, and we're going to use 0 as a placeholder here, so they both go out to the 1,000ths place. Then we're going to add, and we get 19.302. Okay, and because both of these numbers are negative to begin with, we know that our answer is going to be a negative. Because when they're the same sign, we keep the sign. Now we're going to look at these and estimate. 8.3, that 3 is going to leave that as an 8. 10.9, that 9 is going to bring that 10 up to an 11. So we're going to estimate negative 8 plus negative 11, and that equals negative 19, because 9 plus 11, if we were to take the absolute values, is 19. They're both negative, so it's negative 19. And it is a reasonable answer, because, if I could spell reasonable correctly, negative 19 and negative 19.302 are very close to one another. Now we're going to subtract. Subtraction is the same way as adding, as in you need to line up the decimal places, and you need to use zeros as a placeholder. The only difference is you're subtracting instead of adding. So you subtract just like normal, and borrow when necessary. So we're going to borrow from the 3 and make that a 2. 14 minus 8 is 6. 2 minus 0 is 2.3. Okay, and we can still estimate. 5.3 rounds to 5. 2.0 rounds to 2. And 5 minus 2 is 3. So that is a reasonable answer. Okay. B, we're going to use zeros as the placeholder for 28, because the 15 goes out to the 1,000ths place. We want 28 to go out to the 1,000ths place. So we follow the 28 with 0.000. We line up the decimal places, and then they've already borrowed for us. So 10 minus 1 is 9. 9 minus 1 is 8. 9 minus 9 is 0. 7 minus 5 is 2. And then 2 minus 1 is 1. So 28 rounds to 28 because it's a whole number, and 15.9 rounds to 16 because that 9 raises the 15 to a 16, and 28 minus 16 is 12, so 12.089 is a reasonable answer. During 1 month in the United States, 492.23 million commuter trips were taken on buses, and 26.331 million commuter trips were taken on light rail. That's like a train. What was the total number of trips taken on buses and the light rail? Estimate to check whether your answer is reasonable. Total trips, that means we are going to add. They've already set the problem up for you, but in your book that wouldn't happen. So we need to line up the decimal points if we haven't already seen the problem. And we're adding the number of bus trips and the number of light rail trips. Okay, we're going to use 0 as a placeholder, so they both go out to the thousandths place, and then we're going to add, and we get 165.81, carry the 1, 5. So we get 518.561, and then we're going to estimate. 492.2 stays at 492, and 26.331 stays at 26. When we add those together, we get 518. So 518.561 is a reasonable answer, and the total number of trips was 518.561 million trips. Do your check it out. Notice the signs on both of those numbers to make sure you have a correct answer.